Assalamu alaikum, welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition, The Headlines. The head of state teachers said the 8th meeting of the Council of Ministers. By international scene, catastrophic floods in Garissa, Kenya. Those were the headlines, and welcome to the national news. Under the presidency of His Excellency Mr. Ismail Margeele, President of the Republic, head of the government, took place this Tuesday, May 14, 2024. The inner section of the Council of Ministries, the following texts were examined and please listen for more detail with Mohamed Aden.
Sous la présidence de son Excellence M. Ismail Margeele, président de la République, chef de gouvernement, a eu lieu ce mardi 14 mai 2024.
Delegated Minister in charge of Digital Economy and Innovation. The first question, communication on the e-cabinet and e-permis de construire services. The e-cabinet project initiated by the Ministry Delegate in charge of Digital Economy and Innovation receives technical support from ANSI. The e-cabinet system is designated to strengthen governance and administrative efficiency by digitizing the government's decision-making process with a view to optimizing governance, improving interministerial coordination, and improving the efficiency of the legal text validation chain. The system will centralize the management of agenda proposals, reference documents, and archives, ensuring that information is prepared and stored efficiently. In addition to facilitating the communication and sharing of secure documents between ministries and government bodies for rapid and informed decision-making, e-cabinet will incorporate robust mechanisms for tracking and managing legal texts through their life cycle. E-cabinet aims to extend and enrich the administrative document management capabilities by integrating advanced functionalities dedicated to the management of a high-level decision-making process while ensuring fluid interactions between systems. The Minister also announced that the e-permis de construire platform will replace the current process for issuing building permit, faced with the major challenges in terms of complexity and cost, requiring numerous manual steps and interactions with the various stakeholders. An online solution is proposed to streamline and improve this process. The proposed solution includes an online portal offering significant benefit to all stakeholders involved in the planning permission process. Key features include automatic plan review, automated workflow, and a unified end-to-end experience. The main benefits are that architects, engineers, and builders will benefit from simplified submission, online payment, and real-time tracking of their applications. Similar architects, engineers, and builders will benefit for simplified submissions, online payment, and real tracking of their application. In addition, citizens and businesses will benefit from faster processing and transparent fees and greater visibility over the status of their application. Finally, the implementations of these solutions will optimize the building permit process, promoting more efficiency, transparent, and sustainable urban development for all stakeholders involved. The Minister of Economy and Finance in charge of industry. The second question, draft law ratifying the additional financing of agreement for the economic management and statistic development project. The purpose of the draft law is to ratify an additional agreement for an amount of $5 million, more than 897 millions between the Republic of Djibouti and the International Development Association for the Economic Management and Statistical Development Project. The aim of the project is to strengthen the capacity of the Institute National of Statistics for Djibouti to produce and disseminate reliable and regular statistics and to modernize a number of economic and public finance management tools and processes. The additional fund will support a general population and housing census, a general business census, and a survey of public households in relation to economic development and adaptation to climate change. The project also includes measures to assess climate risks and the vulnerability of the population, which will provide essential elements to support the actions program for mitigating climate change and adapting to its effect. These data will be important in enabling the Djibouti Institute of Statistics to effectively pursue its essential national statistical operations. It will also address the funding gap required to implement the population censuses and household budget and action survey, as well as contributing to the management of the project. This project will help to build on the achievement of the initial project, which focuses on strengthening the national statistical system. Minister of Health, the third question. Draft decree regulating private sector's health structures. This draft decree defines and sets out the rules for the organizations and operation of private sector health facilities. These private sector health facilities are deemed to be complementary to public establishment and participate in the provisions of health care under the conditions set out in Law number 48E and 99 4L on the orientations of health policy. They play a significant role in providing medical services that complement the public health system. They are also responsible for providing high-quality medical and health services accessible to the entire population. They are annexed to the public health services. The draft decree lays down the conditions for opening and operating private health establishment and also sets technical standards for medical equipment to ensure accessibility, availability, and quality of care. This initiative stems from the conclusions of the June 2022 the National Health Symposium. The question 4, draft decree on the conditions and procedure for the exercise of private activities by doctors and dentists assigned to the Ministry of Health. The purpose of the draft decree is to specify the conditions and procedure for the exercise of private activities by doctors assigned to third-level health structures under the Ministry of Health. Health professionals are at the heart of our health system and play a considerable role in the quality of medical services delivered to the population. This draft decree aims to establish the term and conditions under which private activities may be carried out while ensuring that public services commitments are not compromised under the certain conditions. It authorizes healthcare professionals to engage in profit-making private activities. This text stipulates that such private activities must be the subject of a written agreement or conventions between the practitioner and the management of the health facility concerned. Although private activities by doctors and dentists are a legitimate part of their practice, they require appropriate regulations to prevent conflict of interest and guarantee high-quality medicine accessible to all. The draft decree therefore aims to replace the 2006 474 order governing this activity. Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, questions 5. Draft decree on the protections of sites of mining interests. The purpose of the draft decree is to protect and safeguard the integrity of mining resources against any vulnerability, any voluntary or involuntary alteration or distractions. The draft decree defines sites of mining interests are identified areas with the potential to contain exploitable mineral resources. The following are therefore prohibited in this area: any work affecting mineral resources, any installations or occupation of these sites, any form of surface and underground pollution, and any unauthorized exploitation. The Ministry of Energy in charge of natural resources will draw up a list of sites of mining interest by regulations at a later date. The adoption of this new legal framework strengthens the state's control over the mining sector. Minister of Budget, the question 6, draft order allocating a plot of land to enterprises Dawale Construction. The purpose of the draft decree is to allocate the benefit of Dawale Construction Company a plot of land located in the Gelebatal area and covering an area of 9,500 meters square. This plot of land is intended for the construction of a real estate project.
And now let's listen to the second part of the Minister of Council.
Le ministre des Affaires étrangères et de la Coopération internationale a fait un compte rendu.
Communication. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation reported on the state visit of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, to Guinea-Bissau on 5 May 2024. The President of the Republic held talks with his counterpart, President Umaru Sissoko Embalo. The visit was also marked by the award of the President of the Republic of the highest honor bestowed by the Republic of Guinea-Bissau. The Minister also reported on the participations of His Excellency the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar, in the 15th Summit of the Organizations of Islamic Cooperation held on 4 and 5 May 2024 in Banjul, Gambia. The Minister of Youth and Culture gave a report on the second editions of the Djibouti Book Fair, which was held from 24 to 28 April 2024, and pointed out that the event coincided exactly on one day with the celebrations of a World Book Fair and Copyright Day instituted by UNESCO under the slogan "Literature and Youth from Oral Traditions to Writing." Ethiopia was the country featured under the patronage of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. The event was organized by the Ministry of Culture through the agency, the National Agency for the Promotions of Culture. The book fair highlighted the vital importance of the literary and linguistic dynamic and the promising prospect it holds for national development. This second edition of the Djibouti Book Fair lived up to its promise by increasing the number of countries taking part, with the participants of different nationalities, and above all, the volume of books presented to the public and potential readers. For this 2024 edition, the LDS saw the participations of institutions and organizations such as the OIF, UNESCO, and ALESCO. Private and public publishing houses and booksellers set up permanent book exhibitions in the hall of the National Library and Archives. A roundtable discussions on the issues of the cost of books and the challenges facing Djiboutian publishers was held on 24 April 2024. This book fair is of fundamental importance for the future of books in Djibouti, which has taken an important step towards reconnecting books and literature. Lastly, the expected objectives have been achieved as the book fair aims to be an open space for exchanges of experience and expertise between all the players in the book chain, be a moment conducive to the promotions of reading, writings, and the development of book and publishing industry, and enhance the national documentary heritage. The Minister of Justice and Penitentiary Affairs responsible for human rights reported on his participation in the 10th sessions of the African Regional Forum on Sustainable Development, which took place from 23 to 24 to 25 April 2024 in Addis Ababa, and on the commemorations of the 30th anniversary of the genocide in Rwanda, which took place on 7 April 2024 in Kigali. To extend the events of the 30th anniversary of the genocide, a commemoration ceremony was organized in Djibouti on 18 April 2024. The Minister of Education Vocational Training has reported on his working visit to Abidjan from 22 to 26 April 2024. During this visit, the Minister of Education and Vocational Training held talks with his Ivorian counterpart and signed a framework of partnership agreement aimed at developing and strengthening cooperation in the field of technical education, vocational training, and apprenticeship between the Republic of Djibouti and the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire. A joint technical committee will be set up to ensure the implementation and monitoring of this agreement. He also reported on his participations in the 60th ministerial edition of COFEMEN held in Abidjan from 23 to 26 April 2024. The Minister of Economy and Finance reported on the progress of the Population and Housing Census 3. And the census reported on the progress of the population is a statistical operation which consists of collecting, grouping, evaluating, publishing, and disseminating demographic, economic, and social data relating at a given time to all the inhabitants of our country. Our country, through the Djibouti Institute of Statistics, is carrying out the third general population and housing census, which follows on from the 2009 census series using new data collections technologies, GPS, and tablet smartphones. To date, the activities carried out and in progress are the general census mapping, the pilot enumerations, and the main enumeration, which was launched by the President of the Republic on 19 April 2024. This population census was carried out over a period of 25 days, during which some 1,515 agents were assigned to the task. Finally, the next stages of the population are the publications of the provisional result scheduled for June 2024, the cleaning and processing of the data in August 2024, the analysis of the data and publications of the thematic reports scheduled for September-December 2024, the productions of monograph and demographic projections and athletes in January-April 2025, and the setting up of a geographic information system, the creations of a sampling frame, and the creations of a database for the census. He also reported on his participation in the 5th annual meeting of the Islamic Development Bank held in Riyadh from 27 to 13 April 2024. The Minister of Economy and Finance, Budget and Health reported on their participation in the annual meetings of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund held from 15 to 20 April 2024 in Washington. The Minister for Infrastructure and Equipment reported on his participation in the official ceremony, turnkey ceremony for the transfer of the management of the operations and maintenance of the Djibouti-Ethiopia Railway by the Chinese Railway Construction Corporation Consortium to Ethiopia-Djibouti Railway. The Minister of Trade and Tourism gave a mission report on his participation in the third session of the Arab Forum for Economic Cooperation with the countries of Central Asia and Azerbaijan, under the theme Respect for Joint Cooperation Between Ambitions and Challenges, which was held from 29 to 13 April 2024 in Doha.
Annoha, the ambassador of Djibouti in Cairo and permanent representative of Djibouti to the League of Arab States, Mr. Ahmed Ali Barre, participated in the work of the meeting of the Economic and Social Council at the ministerial level preparatory to the Council of the League of Arab States, which took place last Sunday in the Bahrain capital Manama. During the session, the ambassador delivered the speech before the Arab Minister of Economy and Social Affairs. During this meeting, he expressed our country's thanks to the brotherly kingdom of Bahrain for welcoming and well-organized this section, emphasized the need to unify the fishing and position in order to achieve solidarity and strengthen Arab capacity to face current regional and international challenges. Now, in his speech, the ambassador of Djibouti and the permanent representative of our country to the Arab League, Mr. Ahmed Ali Barre, gave a speech to indicate the importance of the summit of the Arab League to strengthen the unity of the member state of the Arab League. He indicated that this 33-year summit of this state and government will contribute to addressing the need to identify vision and position in order to achieve solidarity and independence, and also strengthen Arab capacity to face the current regional and international challenges, emphasizing our country's support for everything that favor and the establishment of the Arab Customer Union to fully implement the common Arab strategy on the file, such as the Arab strategy for youth, peace and security, and the Arab strategy for training and technical educational, while promoting a new Arab social contract. Finally, the ambassador stated that the social dialogue to achieve a secure, just and sustainable future in which all our Arab countries benefit from an important share of sustainable development. Annoh, the Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, His Excellency Yunus Ali Gedi, took part yesterday in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, in the work of the 2024 World Summit and Exhibition on Hydrogen, World Hydrogen 2024 Summit Exhibition. The Minister represented, in fact, the Republic of Djibouti at this important event at the head of a delegation composed of its technical advisor, Mr. Mahdi Wabiri Hassan, and the director of the Energy, Mr. Goulet Mohammed, Chama, organized by Sustainable Energy Council in close cooperation with the government, Dutch, the city and Port Rotterdam, and the province of South Holland. This summit, the largest global event on hydrogen and a municipal meeting of key players in the global hydrogen sector. On Monday, May 13, 2024, the Department of the National Library and Archive hosted a ceremony of handing out certificate to the young volunteers who invested with pride and patriotism to contribute to the success of the second edition of the book fair, now within reach international conference, which took place from April 24 to 28, 2024, under the high patronage of the Minister of Youth and Culture, Her Excellency Dr. Hiwa Mumin Asoui. The event brought together, in addition to the Minister, the Ministry Technical Advisor, the Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture, Mr. Mohammed Hussein Douali, and the Head of the Library Department, the Director of the Social Integration and Volunteering, and several senior officials of the Ministry, as well as young volunteers. This ceremony, organized for the presentation of the certificate in honor of the young volunteers, is a proof of encouragement and motivation with regard to the illimitable and honorable commitment of young people who lent a hand throughout the activity for 5 consecutive days with self-sacrifice and enthusiasm. And no, the Director General say he was honored that the National Agency for the Promotion of Cultural Cool and today hosted this certificate award ceremony for young volunteers. They later thank the young people for their participation and support. And of her part, the Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hiwa Mumin Asowe, first addressed congratulated for presiding over the ceremony of awarding certificate, whose deep essence arose our support for an act worthy of being value volunteering, said the Minister. A clothful ceremony was organized today in honor of Colonel Wais Umar Bokore, commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard. The objective of this event is to highlight the effort made by the favor of the favor of these Nepal people, which resulted in the presentation of the certificate of recognition and disability. The Director General of the NPH, Mr. Douali Saeed Mohamed, awarded this label to Colonel Wais Umar Bogore as devoted friend, people with disability. The colonel distinguished by his remarkable contribution to an inclusive and equitable society. In conclusion, he affirmed that the action undertaken by the NPH deserve to be welcomed and that he remained willing to further strengthen their collaboration. The ceremony concluded with the presentation of the handicapped organization label and certificate. So the Colonel expressed his thanks in particular to the DG of the NPH and his team. He underlined his constant commitment to protecting the rights of vulnerable people, especially people with disability, referring to the perspective of our region, which teach that whoever relieve a flavor of difficulty, Allah will relieve him of difficulties of the day of judgment. He indicated that this initiative is stemmed from the vision highlighted by the head of state, His Excellency Regele. The Coast Guard Colonel also praised the effort that this body made to assist the ship request. Anno in speech, Mr. Douali, Director General of the NPH, expressed his gratitude on behalf of the people with disability toward the colonel while emphasizing that he is the first high-ranking officer to receive such as distinction. He also highlighted that his commitment to continue in favor of the implementation of people with a disability while emphasizing the important social role of the military in society. The CEO continued to encourage Colonel and Kowa to follow his examples. A delegation from the Chinese city of the Yangzhou today held a meeting with the mayor of Djibouti, Mr. Saeed Daoud, in the presence of the Chinese ambassador to Djibouti. The delegation composed of the commercial representative and the entrepreneurs arrived in Djibouti for a business mission of several days to explore various areas of investment with the local authorities. During the meeting, the mayor of Djibouti City, Saeed Daoud, warmly welcomed the delegation and expressed its desire to strengthen economic ties between Djibouti and China. For his part, the Chinese ambassador praised the cooperation effort between the two countries and encouraged Chinese companies to explore investment opportunity in Djibouti, highlighting the geographically and economic advantage of the country. So the mayor of the city, Saeed Daoud, highlighted the economic potential of Djibouti as a regional hub for trade and investment. The Chinese delegation then shared by the mayor of the city of Yangzhou marked a significant step by inaugurating a warehouse in collaboration with the mayor of Djibouti. This event testified to the deepening of relations between China and Djibouti that strengthen economic cooperation and trade between the two nations. The warehouse located in Balbala in a strategic location is expected to play a crucial role in the economic development of Djibouti and also strengthen its position as a regional trade hub, feature age technology and significant storage capacity. It will also offer modern infrastructure to facilitate trade and stimulate local economic growth. Another the president of the National Human Rights Commission, Mr. Ali Subani Ateye, led a delegation composed Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim Hassan, Commissioner and Secretary General, Mr. Jibril Usman Hufane, to participate in the annual meeting of the Global Alliance of National Human Rights session from May 6 to 8, 2024 in Geneva. The central theme of the GNHRA annual conference was business and human rights and the role of the NHRA with the adoption of the declaration by participating members. So on the silent of the General Assembly and the annual conference of the KN for Regional Network organized a meeting. In continuation, Musha Island Maskali of the pressure of the clean the all tourist sites of Djibouti as such of solidarity for the preservation of a tourist site initiative by the National Tourism Agency of Djibouti in partnership with the Institute of the Francophone for the Sustainable Development, mobilize civil society for ecological action, large scale, the mangrove clean up day of Kodoria and the pitch. This initiative, which was held yesterday in the Obo region, saw the participation active of the director of the National Tourism Agency of Djibouti, Mr. Usman Abdi Mohammed, from the prefect of the Obo, Mr. Musa Aden Migani. the Godoria mangrove organized and recognized as a sensual natural refuge plays a crucial role in protecting against coastal erosion and is a essential nurse for many in marine space. The collective effort of cleaning is part of the approach aimed at acting together at the preservation of this natural treasure. Another international scene in Kenya, the data toll from floods that hit Kenya has risen to 277 announced yesterday. The government spokesperson Isa Mora, in a press release, Isa Mora announced that 411 and 1,825 people were evicted and 85,000 other placed by floods in Nairobi country. This communication occurred while schools finally reopened their doors on Monday after multiple postponements due to the severe flooding initially scheduled for April 29. The reopening has been postponed to the May 30. Some schools remain closed and pending of the work. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and wonderful evening.